Hello everybody and welcome to the Tellow Family Kitchen. We're continuing our theme of American-inspired dishes. Last week we made hamburgers and hot dogs, and this week another classic, steak and mashed potatoes. Now I did some research. They've been having beef and mashed potatoes for hundreds of years, and it's easy to see why. Perfect combination, especially as we go into the summer months here. Love this meal, steak and mashed potatoes. So here's the ribeye steak we'll be using, and to season it we have olive oil, ham canola blend, salt and pepper, and then later for the mashed potatoes, here's our potato flakes. We'll use milk, butter, and then of course more water and salt. So here's something we ran into recently when we've been cooking things in the kitchen. It's been splattering a lot of oil, whether we use cast iron or whatever we use. So this time we thought we'd try a slightly different method, non-stick pan, less heat. Hopefully it won't splatter oil as much. It will probably take longer, but hopefully it tastes just as good. So then we'll get some olive oil in our pan here. Let that warm up. It's just on a very almost between medium to low heat, and then we'll season our steak over here. See, the ribeye has good marbling. You can even do this the day before, putting some salt, and some on the sides here, and then the other side. Salt is good to help pull out the moisture, so you can do this, leave it in the refrigerator overnight if you wanted to. And then we'll leave that for a bit. So then before I put it in, we'll spray some pan, and then take it over here, and we'll put it in our pan. So after letting it cook for a few minutes, let's check it on the side here. Getting a little brown, and then we'll just flip it over here. Kind of just a little stuck. That's okay though. And let it cook on this side. And then just to get a little more heat, we'll just cover it here for a minute. Okay, and then we'll check it again here. Probably ready to flip. Spray some more pan on. And then stick that on here. Go. And then cover it. And then get our pan, cover it back. Then after a couple more minutes, we'll check it again here. Last week with hamburgers, you only have to flip them once. With steak, you have to flip it multiple times. We'll get it on the other side here. And then back with our cover. Then later we can check to see if it's done. You can take a knife, put it in. If you see any liquid coming out, then it's not fully cooked yet. If you put a knife in and you don't really see any liquid coming out, then it probably means it's done. And then after a few minutes of cooking, we'll check it. Looks pretty good there. One way you can tell is to get your meat thermometer over here and put it into whatever desired temperature you want, however you like it cooked. Okay, after it's done, we'll take it out here, put it in our plate. And you want to let it rest there for a little bit. It's good to not cut it right after you cook it. For the mashed potatoes, for 4 servings, this is 1.25 cups of water. I'm going to drop in, this is a little more than 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to put that in. And then a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we'll get that to boiling. And then after the butter starts to melt and the water starts to boil, then we'll take it off the heat. And now we'll add, this is 1 cup of flakes. And then we'll add 1/2 cup. This is 1/4 cup, so we'll do 2 of these for 1/2 cup of milk. And then we'll start to mix this in. And how thick you want it, you can just add more flakes. If you like them thicker, you can add more flakes. If you like them not as thick, a little less. I'm going to add a little more flakes just to make it a little thicker. And then we'll mix this. And then you can see that it starts to become thicker in the pan. Again, just based on the consistency that you want. Then we'll get our mashed potatoes on the plate here with our steak. And then the last thing, of course, we'll try it. Even though that's cooked on a lower heat, Still very tender and juicy, really delicious. And then we'll try some of the mashed potatoes. Also very good. Perfect amount of salt, that's what I always look for. I hope you guys get a chance to try this steak and mashed potatoes. The recipe and ingredients are at the bottom of the video. Really appreciate you guys watching. Thanks so much to Mom for her help running the camera. And we'll see you next time in the Tellow Family Kitchen.